Welcome, this is Marianne. In today's video we're going to be talking all about May and how does your numerology get affected by what's going on in this energetic placement. So first of all, we've got to find out what personal month with your numerology you're at. So how we do that, we're going to find your personal year first. So what you do is you add your month and your day together, get a single digit, and then put +8, which is 2024, what 2024 adds up to. Once you've got your single digit number there, then you look at May, which is the 5th month, and you add 5 to whatever single digit. So it might look something like this. The 15th of the 3rd is 1 and 5 is 6 and 3 is 9. 9 plus 8 is 17, break it down again, 8. That's the personal year that person is in. And then you look at May is 5, 8 and 5 is 13, 4. So I hope that's helpful to get started. Now, I do things a little bit differently. When we look at numbers, I'm speaking about energy. I've been able to read numbers since I was a little girl, and I was on the radio for almost a decade, reading people's birth dates energetically. I could feel where you were at, what you're going through. I can look at astrology and the numbers and see what you're here to overcome, how you can evolve through things. They tell me a story. So unlike a numerologist, this is a depth of expansion where even the other day I was giving a reading and I was talking about the 2 3s coming together for this person, creating their destiny time. Things come through that are unexplainable sometimes. So sit back, enjoy. There'll be time stamps in the direction, and if they don't have clickable links, just go to that on the video. So each time we live and learn a new way of doing things. So let's look at the overall energy of this May month. What does it mean in numbers and what's the energy overall about? And then I'll go through each of the numbers that your personal month will be in. But remember this, you are always affected by the universal energy. This is why astrologers here give out their readings for the month of Taurus and Aquarius and everybody else, and then you look at Lada's transit calendar to look at your personal effects. So this is the same sort of energy I'm talking about. Okay, so we're in 2024. It's an 8 universal year. And we're in a 5 month, which is a 13-4. It's a karmic vibration. 4 months for this overshadow of your vibrancy in your own personal month is going to be massive. The 4 is like the plates of the earth changing, right? It's this energetic shift. It's about work, home, family, job, career, moving house, buying house, selling house. And it's also about sickness and its detriment. People can pass over in this time of May. And there's a lot of people doing that aren't going to the new earth energy. And so the new earth energy is a higher sense of consciousness. So this is a grand opportunity. And when you look at the astrology of Jupiter and expansion and Uranus and all these things, we always look at the highest value and the detriment. This isn't to scare you. This is to give you an opportunity. Just like the square, right? The square in people's charts are asking you to break out of the box, evolve through. So the question to ask yourself, which has been coming through so strong in downloads and meditation for everyone, is what is your current capacity? Whether it be in your career, in your relationships, your health, your recreation, your creativity. Your capacity is the embodiment of energy. So when you're looking at it, your life right now, are you satisfied, dissatisfied, disgruntled, feeling stuck? What is it that you're feeling? And look at what you're wanting. And then ask yourself, what is my capacity if it's a relationship, to have a healthy relationship right now? What do I need to do? If it's your career, you're looking at, what is my capacity here to live my purpose, to have my dream, to go all the way? And then if you need to break through those blocks and open it up to feel spacious, then give me a call. We can have a free 15-minute chat over Zoom if you want to get to know me first, to see if you want to work with me. But just go to the link in the description with AstroLada and you'll find all the details there. Okay, so what is, if you're in your one personal month in your 4 universal energy, what is this asking of you? When we look at the overall message here about moving, transforming, changing something around your energy of yourself, your relationship with yourself. One is about growth, new beginnings, and challenge, but the detriment is always about power struggles that can go on when you're not taking your place. So if you want to look at where you're dissatisfied currently in your life, is it in your career, your relationships, your health, your fitness, your money, your creativity? What capacity do you have right now to take your place? That's for the people with a personal 1 month. It couldn't be stronger, my love. So if you want my help with that, reach out. Another thing to consider here is the 1 personal month is making sure you haven't forgotten to clean out the wardrobe. You haven't forgotten to make space. You haven't forgotten to let go of whatever is not serving you, right? So you can come into your power in May. You can stand there in presence and be fearlessly gentle. You can take your place. So I hope that's helpful, my love. The next one we're going to do is the 2 personal months. And so with this big vibrant sky of the 4 personal month in our 8 universal year, what is the 2 asking of you? This is the relationship sector. It's also saying, do I have the capacity to move in with this person, to make some permanent commitment? Do I have the capacity to, 2 is all about combining with other people, groups. It's about combining with love. It's about combining, it's the energy of the heart as well. It's about combining with yourself. It's also about combining with another. So if you look at the 4, am I ready to combine with someone in business? Am I ready to combine with somebody in projects? Am I ready to combine with somebody in buying a house? Am I ready to combine? And so what capacity do you have to join forces with someone? And if you're not, don't have the capacity due to past life traumas, this world traumas, because of something you haven't had a completion with, then it's a really important time to look at your capacity to have a healthy relationship, no matter where it is in your career and with yourself. So capacity is the message of May. Capacity is the message of the embodiment of energy. And when we ask ourselves these really important questions, another 2, energy, myself and I, my higher self and I, it's to come into this energetic softening, this curiosity, this somatic experience where you're not rigid, you're not resistant, you're not fighting for your life, you're not sad, you're not, 2 is about sensitivity. It's gorgeous energy. But when you're frightened, or you're anxious, or you're feeling low, or you're trying to still protect yourself, or you're self-sabotaging, this is when we've really got to come into this place within ourselves. The 2 is the energy of feeling at home in the body. So if you want more connection, 2, if you want more combination, 2, if you want more collaboration, 2, if you want to feel more homely, 2, if you want to connect, 2, then we've got to ask ourselves, what capacity do I have? So I hope that's really helpful for you. It's a beautiful month. So as we move into the 3 personal month, the 3 is always about your love, your light, your creative, your joy, your happiness. It's all questioning these emotional states. And at detriment is worrying about everything, wanting someone out there to be responsible for my happiness, when you have this huge capacity to create joy and for others, right? And I just had a meeting with somebody I'm looking to collaborate with on a project. And when we looked at her vibration around this gorgeous 3 energy, you know, she has huge capacity to sit there, you know, in, I don't know, 50 years when she's 90 and sit there and go, because of my creative value, I contributed to all of these people's happiness. And so we know that the energy of the 3 is bringing the joy, asking yourself, what's my capacity for happiness? You know, and when we stop making it about needing it from out there, we can then become a full service, full embodiment of this energy to feel like the hummingbird, right? Just going from little plantation to plantation, filling people with joy and filling yourself up. And it's just such an amazing energy. It's also a very good time with the overshadowing of the 4 universal month to look at how can I bring more joy into my home, into my work, into my business. How can I, declutter that things look beautiful? You know, it's a real Venus energy, the 3. It's like beautiful stuff. You know, not to have a lot of material things, but what you do have are your special things. I can see this room just filled with light and sound and joy. You know, 3 is the kinesiology number. It's about mind, body, soul. It's about being flexible, joyous. So asking yourself these really important questions will get you to land in a place of more satisfaction. So I hope that's helpful. And of course, the 4 energy itself in your 4 personal month, which I've pretty much described, is to ask yourself, where do you want to move to? What do you want to start that's new? If you're looking at a new job, you're going to get it. It's fated events. It's looking at what emotional, when it comes to my emotional body, for energy, emotional intelligence, where do I need to feel more capable, have more capacity to feel emotionally stable? That's a really valuable piece. And it's a real destiny time because you are in your 8th personal year and you're following the universe. That's why you've got a 4 personal month. This is fated events, all fated events, romance, fated events, home, business. It's a brilliant month. And I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you listening are also have a lot of strong Taurian placements in this month as well. So go for it. 5 personal months, and this is really busy stuff, right? So by the time that you get into the following month, it will be you starting to reap the rewards. 5's really about finding your balance, getting out of your head, getting into the body, having a somatic experience. It's about the nervous system. It's about getting really busy, not for the sake of being busy, but being in flow. When we get stuck into the head, this is where stress and anxiety happens. It's about how do I find the freedom in the flow of my experience? Where's my capacity to, to become a yoga teacher, to work with children, 3 energy. If you want to get pregnant this month, bam, it's yours, right? This is the fertility vibration. The 5 energy is about communicating your truth. How can I communicate my truth where I'm setting myself up with a different body of energy with my capacity to be seen and heard? This is a great time to go online and create something that is going to connect to other people through the voice. Through your creativity of the voice, podcasting, online, getting more followers, right? Showing up. It is a balance of energy with a capacity to draw upon your skills and talents, and knowing that you can offer this to others in a really balanced, harmonious way. There's nothing to run to, there's nothing to run from. Right, when you can do it from this place, this is where you're going to get a lot more respect, a lot more response, things like that. So I hope that's helpful. And then we go into whoever's in their 6th personal month. 6, the sexy 6, I always call it. It is the embodiment of the heart chakra, in a way that's connected to family, to love. It is the vibration of love, but the sexuality piece is really valuable. What's my capacity to feel the erotic nourishment of this vibration? This is a time to recognize the 6 energy as your life force, your sexuality, your divine feminine. For men, your divine masculine and your divine feminine. And how can I embody this powerhouse of energy and attract exactly what I want, whether it be connection or abundance? Sex is the sexiest. 6 is the sexiest vibration. Excuse me. And it brings forward in May an energy of expansion. Like when people want a relationship based on, or you got problems in relationship and you're blaming and wanting them to be a certain way so you feel more comfortable. This isn't unconditional. What we want to draw upon is this huge embodiment of I feel, look, no, I feel so good about myself. And they are just so attracted to that. And if each person takes responsibility for that, therefore they're not making each other responsible for their happiness, right? So we look at the greatest love of all in the 6 is for somebody to take responsibility of all their energy to do with love and their sexuality. Excuse me. I'm just going to have a quick drink, sorry. I'll just pause this video for a minute. I'm back. So the 6 energy is very Venus energy as well, right? It's just gone 1222, so 222, which is the code of the 6. It's how can I come into alignment with, when we're not feeling attractive, we can feel really down really quick because we're programmed, our ego self is programmed, how I look is how I feel, instead of how I feel is how I look. And so this is really important to draw upon the capacity to become this beautiful energy inside and out. Beauty is an inside job, right? And so this is the job of May for you, where you can look at what you love about yourself, what you love about others, what you love about your home. It's all about love. It's all about the love. What you love about, if I really loved that person, would I expect that, and that? If I really loved that person, we're human. We've got that human. It's a part of our human conditioning. We need to have battles and relationships. We need obstacles to grow and evolve. But how are you doing it? Are you remaining stuck, getting resistant? If you're resistant with anything to do with your relationship sector, whether it be with a child, whether it be with a parent, whether it be with a partner, wanting a partner. Resistance means follow the thread. Don't avoid, ignore, blame. Take responsibility and go, I've got some real trigger energy here with this relationship sector. What I want is love. What I want to experience is love, great sex, joy, all of these things. So how can I take responsibility and change it? This is the months to do it. All right, hope that's helpful. When it comes to the 7 energy in May, your 7 personal month, this is the spiritual elevation for your year. Every 7 energy is. There's also a thing here to look at the energy around trust. Do you have the capacity to trust everything is working out for you? Do you have the capacity to trust other people? Do you have the capacity? Because 7's about trust. 7's also about the mystic. It's the spiritual one. It's the creative genius and you know, art, all sorts of things. Do you have the capacity to trust that you're on the right path? Do you have the capacity to trust your spirituality, your intuition? And so work with these energies. You know, when I'm bringing up an inquiry like this and an opportunity to explore, really work with it. Now, if you say to yourself, well, out of 10, how much do I have the capacity to trust I'm on the right path? And you say 2, then reach out and I can help you clear this pathway, right? When we clear the energies, energetically, spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially, all of these things, then a natural order of things takes place. A natural order of things takes place, like success, like opportunity comes to you, like you feel this beautiful energy of completion within you where you can trust the cycle of your life. You can feel safe. You just know it. I highly recommend in this month you meditate, lots and lots. You go into self-inquiry, journaling. This is a great writing month for journaling. And remember one thing, you know, we're all here to evolve. We're all here to grow. So I hope that's helpful for you. If you're in an 8 personal month with the overshadow of the universe being an 8 personal year, been an 8 master year and a 4 personal month for the 8s. This is a really valuable piece. This is the month for you to make decisions that are going to last you probably a lifetime, but certainly over the next 14 to 20 years. The 8 personal month is about, if I really had the resources, the capacity to create what I wanted, what would I do? This is the energy of looking at your depth of your soul's desire. The 8 is the soul desire, the old soul. And 8 is about decisions. And so when people feel stuck, look at the 8, it's infinity, right? It's money, it's other people's resources, it's in the 8th house. You know what all the 8th house stuff is, right? It's all about other people, trauma, you know. And so when we look at decisions that are going to be of high value, the highest value of the 8 is I'm infinite, never having to worry about money again. So why do I worry? Am I still operating in my father's poverty mentality, or am I still operating in my first 10 years of programming? How can I break free of that trauma to come in to connect to my soul and make conscious decisions that are going to move me forward? What capacity do I have to let go of this past idea, impression, so that I can be in flow? 8. So to really sit there and consider journaling, if I had the capacity, I would make a decision to ... See what comes. Let it flow. If I had the capacity to make a lot of money, what would I do? Right. And you're going to get these seeds of intentions. The soul's going to start showing up and speaking. And your human conditioning can sit aside and allow yourself to connect to that deep infinity part of you, that infinite part of you, which is your soul, and say, you know, how do you want me to evolve now? Sit there and connect and become the philosopher, because it's such a valuable month, right? And you're going to get a great deal of insight. Very, very insightful time. So I hope that's helpful for you. 9 months, 9 personal month. It's really about coming into a sense of completion, but first of all, asking you, where do you feel incomplete? You know, with Mercury going direct and lots of gifts coming through this month, and, you know, you've got Jupiter going into Gemini and all sorts of changing of the guards and all sorts of energy. We've got Pluto going into retrograde, back into Capricorn, all sorts of things happening. The 9 is asking you to look at the higher realms of higher learning, letting go completely. This is going to give you the strength to let go completely of unhealthy choices. In the highest value of the 9, it's the Buddha. It's the belly of satisfaction, coming into fulfillment, completing a project, ending something that is, you know, not of value anymore, coming into that higher energy. The detriment, of course, of that vibration is struggle and pain and suffering, depression and war and all sorts of stuff. Feeling so dissatisfied, you just don't want to get out of bed. So we want to break free from that this month. We want to really come in and have a good look around your home and say, what can I throw out? What can I get rid of? This is the cleaning out the wardrobe time. And it's the clutter here, the clutter here. It's really about, you know, the depth of the writing. You know, you can sit there and you can really, or getting into the garden and getting your hands into the earth and connecting into this deep, deep vibration, so you can let go. And when we don't do that, and we're trying to please others, or we're trying to make somebody else happy, we just feel drained. You know, that 9 is just, you know, can get really drained when you're not standing in that Buddha power, holding that Buddha belly and saying, I'm doing this right now, and coming into this beautiful place of feeling so satisfied, so fulfilled. It's the month of fulfillment, right? So I had to finish recording on the second day due to Mercury retrograde. Anywho, so Master 11. A lot of people ask me around, well, is it, you know, what about 22? What about 33 and so on? Now, when it comes to your personal month, Master 11 is really the standout. If you're in a personal year of Master 11, and then you've got November, that would be a Master 22. But right now we're in May. And so Master 11 is all about taking your place and facing situations, double one. You know, instead of being triggered and challenged by others, it's about having more spaciousness, widening out, connecting to a higher essence. And Master 11 is all about being the earth angel, seeing yourself here as an evolution of your soul instead of being stuck in the 3D matrix. It's about being an observation. Great time with the 4 energy of the universal month shining on you is to go in and look at your home, your family. A great time to do charitable work, get a new job in a charitable organization, being the earth angel, or going to work for somebody who's got a really substantial giving back policy and procedures. This is a great time to ask yourself this question around, what do I really need to face, especially around your roots, your upbringing, so that you can have the capacity to move forward sincerely into your into your life from now. And, you know, we've got so much evidence in the sky that everything's moving and molding for you to prepare yourself for the next 14 to 20 years. You're a beautiful soul. Always remember that. And if you need my help, reach out, check out the links in the description, and much love to you.